So before I start, I just want to say yes, I am also sick of the negative coverage around Battlefield 5, but some of it is deserved, and I'm going to go over some of that today and what my hopes are for the game going forward, and hopefully it can kind of resurrect itself. Let me know your thoughts down below as well, just so we can connect and share our thoughts on the game. So the first things first, Combined Arms was added to the game, and it's meh. Probably never gonna play it again after I recorded this video. Don't really care. It's I think you can get the weapon assignments done on there, so that's cool. That's about it. If you want to cheese that, then I guess you can do it that way. But I really could care less about Combined Arms. So next thing is Firestorm needs to be free to play. Firestorm just needs to be good in general, but it needs to be free to play because you have games like Apex and Fortnite, which have millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of players, and Battlefield 5 only sold 7.5 million copies. If you don't make it free to play, no one's even gonna try it. I mean, your player base will try it, but it'll be so small, no one's gonna want to come buy it when they already have Apex for free and Fortnite for free. Why the hell would you do that? The only chance, in my opinion, that Firestorm really has to really make itself a staple is to make itself free and erode the rest of the player base away from PUBG. It has to fit in that niche of the realistic tactical battle royale, which it can. I believe it can. The gameplay in Battlefield 5 is really good. Just from a core mechanic standpoint, I really enjoy it. The gunplay and everything is really fantastic. The revives are already in there. It's got a lot of good things, and I think it has potential for sure. But if it's to a limited player base, I mean, yes, it sold 7.5 million copies, but how many people are still coming back? I highly doubt it's a full 7.5 million active players. Really doubt that. Now, obviously, it has a solid player base, but it is not at the same level of the other two games that I mentioned. There is something that I wish Battlefield 5 would take from Battlefield 1, and that is the feeling of all-out warfare. If you look at just the war stories, and this is something that the Act Man talked about in his video, and I'm going to link it down below because I highly recommend watching it, even though you probably have, is the feeling of all-out warfare that Battlefield 1 had. It felt like you were in a massive assault and you were attacking and clashing with another army. And like I was saying about the war stories, you know, in Mud and Blood, the first mission, you're in a tank assault with infantry, like you're supporting an infantry assault on a ridge and moving forward. You look at Battlefield 5's war stories, it's all like you're in a small squad and you're either sneaking and doing spy stuff or espionage and blowing things up, or you're in a small resistance group and you're sneaking around blowing things up, or you're in like the one about the Senegalese. That one was pretty good. That was actually one of my favorite war stories because it felt like you were with a platoon and you're moving forward and taking points and doing things like that. The Last Tiger, you're the only tank fighting off a whole bunch of AI. Like that wasn't World War II. They gave us 3 war stories where we were soloing against tons of AI. That I want to feel like I'm in the war, and I feel like that doesn't reflect in the multiplayer either. It feels like you're in a small squad and you're just doing little things here and there. Like, it doesn't feel like all-out warfare at times, whereas Battlefield 1 always felt like that. Whether you have qualms with the gameplay or however Battlefield 1 worked, you cannot deny the all-out war feeling of the game, and I really enjoyed that part, and a lot of people did, and I wish that would make its way to Battlefield 5, which at times, obviously, it's a fun game. I played a ton. I feature a lot on my channel. I do enjoy the game. I just wish it would have a little bit more of that feeling to it. Same with the kind of cinematic type of lives, you know? Like, there were so many clips from Battlefield 1 of people running through a hallway with explosions going off and they're firing their machine gun through smoke and people bodies falling down, and there's tons of clips like that. And Battlefield 1, you don't really have that. Now, granted, bit more of a tactical game, which is fine, but just the cinematic stuff in the multiplayer can really make the game that special. Really hoping they can take that from BF1 and apply it in some way to how Battlefield 5 works. I feel like that would just give more of an oomph to players and the maps we already have, because we just haven't gotten very many new maps. I mean, we've only gotten Panzerstorm. That's the only new map we've gotten since launch. We haven't seen a single other new map. We've gotten Combined Arms, which are meh, and we're about to get Firestorm, which hopefully is good. But we are also getting the Battle of Hannut Grand Operations map, which I'm excited for. I covered that video, or I had a video about that previously, and it's kind of getting popular again. A lot of people are watching it. I'll link that in the end screen probably, so you can just click on that if you're interested. It just goes over the battle, what happened. It's an interesting battle. At the time, it was the world's largest tank battle, you know, and it's awesome to see that DICE is reflecting that. It was one of the first major, or it was the first major iron-on-iron clash, or I guess I should say steel-on-steel clash in the world. It was a really important battle. The result of that battle led to a lot of things branching out following in World War II. So that in my opinion is everything Battlefield 5 needs to kind of make I don't want to say a comeback, but kind of make a little dent. I feel like with all the controversy and everything, not a lot of people are really excited about the game, but I think Firestorm is definitely its chance to get people excited and bring people back and hopefully hook those people. And it'll be a lot easier if Firestorm is free. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. I am Jaws Gaming, and you know what to do down below. I will see you guys in the next video.